Welcome to County Report This Week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Thank you for joining us. We start the show this week with an update on the Silver Spring Transit Center. Officials from the county and WMATA were on hand at this week's council session for the latest briefing on the Silver Spring Transit Center. Susan Kennedy has more. Susan?
Lorna, repair work on the Silver Spring Transit Center is supposed to begin next month. However, there still is concern whether or not WMATA will accept this facility once it is complete.
New effort to refocus on trying to resolve this in a proper manner.
WMATA officials were present for Tuesday's briefing at the council office building, where General Services Director David Dyes assured council members his office is working closely with WMATA to allay any concerns with the structure.
WMATA has expressed its reservation regarding the remediation design. As I said, they still prefer the complete concrete removal. But again, we hearken back to their initial concerns regarding remedial or residual damage resulting from that. And KCE, our special consultant, continues to work with WMATA staff on those issues.
The county has a memorandum of understanding with WMATA that states the agency will operate the facility once it opens. However, the agency has expressed concerns with the safety and longevity of the transit center. Council members say they believe WMATA should honor the MOU once the facility is complete and up to standards.
What is WMATA's position with regards to the operation? Obviously, you've said you're willing to operate, but also the maintenance. In this particular moment in time, what would it take for you to get to a point of saying unequivocally that you would maintain it?
We need to see the test results, and we need to see the remediation plan proposed based on those test results. At this point in time, we haven't seen those test results. The testing has not been completed, so we're in no position to decline or accept any proposal. We're patiently waiting to see what the testing indicates, along with the proposed remediation, and we have our staff ready to provide support and provide feedback.
Repair work on the $120 million structure is scheduled to begin next month. County officials say they are optimistic once the work is complete, the Silver Spring Transit Center will be the signature transportation hub it was originally designed to be.
Is it your expectation, Mr. Dyes, that we will be able to fix this thing that will, in fact, comply with the specifications originally set forth?
Yes, as I have said from my first statements on this, we will fix what is done. All construction projects suffer challenges in various respects. They are fixed just like that. We will fix these, and we will attest to Metro under the MOU that it is in compliance and structurally safe.
In Rockville, I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
To kick off National Small Business Week, U.S. Treasury Secretary Jacob Lew toured a business headquarters in our county. Along with Executive Leggett, the Secretary paid a visit to the M. Lewis Asphalt Manufacturing Facility located in Rockville. The officials highlighted the role of small business owners in jumpstarting the nation's economy. M. Lewis was chosen to emphasize the critical contributions of entrepreneurs and immigrants. The Lewis family immigrated to the United States from Mexico and founded a road construction business with little more than a pickup truck. The business now employs over 200 people and generates $60 million in annual revenues. After the 2010 census, the state of Maryland approved a new redistricting plan for local, state, and federal electoral districts. What does this mean to you? Well, the county's Board of Elections just sent out notifications to voters advising of changes on their voting precinct. Next time you head to cast your vote, make sure you have the correct polling place. The county's Board of Elections has implemented precinct boundary changes that will affect voters in Montgomery.
So currently the Board of Elections are looking to realign precincts, possibility of merging precincts and or adding precincts between now and the gubernatorial primary elections, which is Tuesday, June 24th.
As a result of the 2010 census, the legislative districts were adjusted last year by the governor and the General Assembly. The realignment of the legislative district lines requires precinct boundary modifications in several Montgomery County election precincts. Even though the changes may confuse some voters, the Board of Elections highlights that there will be benefits to the new precinct assignments.
Voters who will be impacted will be notified by the Board of Elections. We will send correspondence regarding those changes. In addition, I think it's important that voters will update their voter registration records. When doing that, we will send them a notification with the appropriate information to where they will vote, the name and address of their precinct. What's vital is that record in turn will become a sample ballot, and we mail that several weeks before an election with all the information and the sample shot of their specific ballot style.
And here are some tips for voters.
On top of the correspondence that we will mail them, I think also what's important is to leverage our website, which is 777vote.org, with all the updates and changes taking place.
The new precinct changes will take effect on June 24th, 2014, which is primary election day in the state of Maryland. For more information, visit 777vote.org. A new crowding funding tool launches in Montgomery County. It allows nonprofit organizations to attract new donors with smaller funds who want to make a difference in their community.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
A new crowdfunding tool launches in Montgomery County, Power to Give. The online site allows nonprofit organizations to sign up through the Arts and Humanities Council of Montgomery County and raise up to $10,000 per project. Susan Jenkins is the CEO of the Humanities Council.
And the second that I saw it, I knew that it was right for the organizations that we serve through the Arts and Humanities Council. It is a way to get new donors who have never given and have small amounts of disposable income.
The online funding tool officially launched at the Roundhouse Theater in Bethesda with about 20 nonprofits. Unlike other crowdfunding sites, Power to Give allows nonprofits to keep the money they raise even if their goal isn't reached. Montgomery County Executive Ike Leggett kicked off the program with the very first donation. He and Mrs. Leggett also donated to the Roundhouse Theater to support youth programming.
We gave 2 donations tonight, one to launch it off for a couple $100 and one directly to Roundhouse so that they can help with their summer program.
Power to Give first originated in Charlotte, North Carolina in 2011. Since then, it has expanded to 15 other communities, raising over $2 million in donations. For more information on how you can apply to use Power to Give or make a donation, visit their website and click on their About Us page. For County Report This Week, I'm Tamika Smith.
When we come back, the county's Department of Transportation implements additional measures geared toward pedestrian safety.
I'm Rockville 11's Chris Pfeiffer. I'm going to tell you how Rockville's making it easier to get around on 2 wheels.
This summer, dig up some fun. Dig into reading. Who knows what you'll find? Explore with books and make the light shine. If you dig deep and are very clever, you'll find adventure and buried treasure. Watch the past unfold as stories are told. When you discover books, your imagination explodes. There's an amazing world right under your feet. Uncover the secret to make your summer complete. Visit your library and dig into reading.
History comes alive during Heritage Days weekend, June 29th and 30th. Discover Montgomery County's historical treasures during this free countywide event. The 2-day festival offers visitors an opportunity to sample numerous sites representing the history, cultural, and natural beauty of Montgomery County. So join us for Heritage Days, June 29th and 30th from noon to 4 p.m. For more information, call 301-515-0753 or go to heritagemontgomery.org.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Lorna Virgili. The Capital Bike Share program is coming to Rockville in early fall. Rockville 11's Chris Piper has more.
The Capital Bike Share program is coming to Rockville thanks to a partnership with Montgomery County that will construct 13 stations throughout the city.
Capital Bike Share is really simple. We have these stations all around town. You may have seen them in Washington, D.C. or the city of Arlington. You basically walk up to a kiosk. If you're a member, you stick in your little key fob, you take out a bike, you ride around, you find another place to park it. You have 30 minutes of free bike travel. After that, it starts charging you a little bit. And it's great that you don't have to take your own bicycle if you have one but don't want to risk getting stolen or damaged by weather or anything like that. These bikes are really sturdy and really easy to get around on.
The program was primarily funded by state and federal grants to provide access to jobs and reverse commuting, something bicycle and pedestrian coordinator Kevin Belanger says will strengthen the bicycle community in Rockville.
So in 2012, Rockville was awarded the bronze level for bicycle-friendly cities, and adding something like Capital Bike Share is going to increase that awareness of bicycling around town. I think it's going to even increase the demand for cycling, which will then increase the demand for more amenities like bike lanes and bike parking. That's another big thing we're doing in town is we changed the code so that businesses are providing more short-term and long-term bike parking. Short-term are just these racks you see here. We'll have a lot more U-racks around town soon. And also long-term parking are lockers and covered facilities that businesses and apartment complexes are going to provide for residents and visitors of their businesses.
The addition of the Capital Bike Share program is another example of how the city is a leading municipality in the state of Maryland in terms of pedestrian and bicycle safety.
So these are going to become the first bike share stations in the state of Maryland. We haven't gotten any bike share stations in Maryland yet, so I think it's really going to put Rockville in a prominent spot. I think people around the county and around the state are looking towards us to see what we're doing. We're doing some innovative things compared to other more suburban areas.
For more information about the bike share program, go online to rockvillemd.gov/bikeshare.
And talking about alternate ways of transportation, here's Tom Polk from the county's Department of Transportation with some details on improvements still being made to enhance pedestrian safety. Tom?
Hi, I'm Tom Pogue, Community Relations Manager for the Department of Transportation. Here's an update from Montgomery County. MCDOT continues to invest in engineering improvements and educational outreach to enhance pedestrian safety, particularly in high crash areas where collision data shows more pedestrians are being struck. In addition, county police evaluate pedestrian crash types, locations, and victims to plan enforcement. In 2013, the focus of police pedestrian safety enforcement is on driver education and ticketing, along with pedestrians being cited when unlawful crossing is observed. Preliminary data from the first quarter of this year indicates pedestrian crashes are occurring at a slightly higher rate than last year, and pedestrian fatalities have already exceeded last year's number. So we urge everyone to stay alert and watch out for each other. Drivers must follow the laws for yielding to pedestrian right-of-way. Pedestrians must help protect their safety by always giving their undivided attention when crossing the street. These efforts are part of County Executive Legate's Pedestrian Safety Initiative. For more information, go to our website at montgomerycountymd.gov/walk. We're working to keep you moving safely.
When we come back, we take you to a building dedication at Montgomery College and tell you who it is dedicated to. And take you to a very popular joint in Silver Spring. We'll tell you which one when County Report This Week returns.
You can never know which pool safety step will save a life. Until it does. No matter how safe you feel, adding multiple safety steps can mean the difference between a close call and a call to 911. Simple steps save lives. To learn some new ones, visit poolsafely.gov.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lauren Virgili. For the first time in its history, Montgomery College names a building in honor of a faculty member. Here's the story.
For the first time in history, Montgomery College is recognizing a former faculty member for her outstanding legacy and donation by naming a building in her honor.
On behalf of the Board of Trustees and the entire college community, we are thrilled to have this building named for Catherine F. Scott.
This is the first building in the history of the college to be named for a faculty member, so that's very exciting.
When she retired in 1986 after teaching at Montgomery College for 30 years, Catherine Scott continued her commitment to education at the college and throughout the Montgomery County community.
Dr. Scott was a professor here for nearly 3 decades, started off as an adjunct faculty member, worked to a department chair, and is leaving the institution $1 million, and we're donating that, or dedicating it specifically to programs for our students and scholarships. So it is an honor for us to be able to recognize her and to be able to name this building after her.
This building dedication is a reflection of Catherine Scott's huge commitment to education. It's a real statement of commitment to community, to making this a successful place, and to giving kids hope. Kids who may not have had any chances whatsoever will now have a chance because of Miss Scott.
Working here was absolutely exciting. Every day was different. The students were enthusiastic, they were focused, they wanted to learn, and learning was just a pleasure. And also we had fun. It's a delightful honor, and I'm very pleased.
For County Report this week, at Montgomery College, I'm Stan Jones.
And we take you to another dedication. County and state officials joined the McKinney Hills community in Silver Spring to dedicate a school to a very special person. MCPS TV has the story.
1, 2, 3, and cut.
With that ribbon cutting, Flora M. Singer Elementary was officially dedicated June 10, 2013. The school is named for the late Flora Singer, a Holocaust survivor, author, and MCPS teacher. It is believed to be the first public school in America to be named after a Holocaust survivor.
Look what we have created together.
Principal Kyle Heatwall emphasized the importance of the school's community in embracing the legacy of Flora Singer and celebrating a brand new building for elementary students in Silver Spring.
Although I never had the chance to meet her, I'm inspired by her work. We will strive to carry out her legacy as we not only educate our students academically, but we work to meet their needs and teach them the importance of good character.
The event was attended by more than 200 community members and by many dignitaries, including Board of Education President Christopher Barclay, Superintendent of Schools Joshua Starr, County Executive Isaiah Leggett, U.S. Senator Ben Cardin, and U.S. Representative Chris Van Hollen.
When I think of people who were truly a testament to the strength of the human spirit, I think of people like Flora Singer. And as others have said, when students pass through these hallways, and people ask them, why is your school named after Flora Singer? You've got a lot to tell them.
After surviving Nazi persecution in Belgium during World War II, Flora Singer came to the United States, raised a family, went to college to become a teacher, and dedicated her life to ensuring the horrors of the Holocaust were not forgotten by future generations.
She was a tireless campaigner for education, human tolerance, and human rights. She inspired and facilitated change in her students and others she met along the way. She remained an optimist with hope in mankind, and she taught her students and listeners that with hard work, education, commitment, and faith, individuals could succeed despite incredible odds.
For this former student, her influence remains.
She was really good at teaching. She was just really made a lasting impression on me.
Such a fitting tribute to an inspiring and remarkable lady. Through her works and now the school, she will always be remembered. And with all of these dedications, what better way to celebrate than with pizza? A downtown Silver Spring pizza place brings a twist to a well-known comfort food. Patsy's Pizzeria serves up wood-fired pizza.
Montgomery County has a unique variety of businesses, from bars and restaurants, nonprofit organizations, and the internationally known Discovery Communications. In this business spotlight, we talked to Spiro Gildacius. He's the owner and operator of Patsy's Pizzeria. Gildacius started his business 3 years ago. He saw an opening for bringing tasty pizza to a burgeoning downtown Silver Spring, and so Patsy's opened on Georgia Avenue.
I've been in Silver Spring for 15 years, so this is my home now. And doing business in Silver Spring had pretty much made me see that there was a opportunity for pizza, Neapolitan wood-fired pizza.
Patsy's serves up pizza with an Italian flair. His staff cuts up a variety of fresh vegetables and meats daily: eggplants, red peppers, mushrooms, and sausages. But the most important task is left up to Gildacius, making the pizza dough.
That's my daily routine. I start with the pizza, the dough. Start the ovens early in the morning, get the oven going because it has to reach the temperature of 800, 825. And then I get the dough ready.
Gildacius has been in the restaurant business for over 20 years and isn't a stranger to owning one in Silver Spring. He also owns Patsy's Trattoria and was the former owner of the Stage Burger Lounge. Gildacius says starting a business can be challenging.
You know, you have to go through the channels and everything, the Montgomery County Liquor Board, basically, you get all the liquor through the county, which at the beginning was frustrating, but now if you learn to work with them, then they're willing to do extra work, and help you out.
For more information on starting a business in Montgomery County, visit Montgomery County's Department of Economic Development's website. For County Report This Week, I'm Tamika Smith.
When we come back, we'll tell you about the role played by Montgomery County during the Battle of Gettysburg in our Civil War moment. Also, we give you tips about getting to and from the AT&T National Tournament. We'll be right back.
There's still time to register for summer session and fall semester classes at Montgomery College. Register in person at any of our 3 campuses or online anytime, 24 hours a day. MC students excelled at the 21st Annual Beacon Conference in Pennsylvania that celebrates the achievements of students at 2-year schools. MC students submitted a record number of research papers in a variety of disciplines and prevailed in 10 of the 18 categories. MC alumna Carla Berg Walker has endowed a scholarship to support the college's new ACES program, which provides students a seamless pathway from high school to community college to a university. Walker, a former teacher, is committed to the ACES goal of reaching students early in life to help them create a brighter future.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Well, it's time for another Heritage Montgomery Civil War moment. 150 years ago this month, a decisive battle was brewing, the Battle of Gettysburg. The little Pennsylvania town, just north of the Maryland border, was about to be overwhelmed by war. En route to this encounter, massive numbers of Union and Confederate soldiers once again passed through Montgomery County.
In early June of 1863, General Robert E. Lee's Army of Northern Virginia began a second invasion of the North. Most of the troops moved through Virginia and West Virginia, crossing the Potomac north of Montgomery County. But for reasons on which historians can't seem to agree, General Jeb Stuart led his cavalry through Montgomery County, and that included a stopover in our county seat.
On June 27, 1863, Jeb Stuart led 5,000 Confederate cavalrymen across the Potomac at Rouser's Ford. Their plan was to cut between the Union Army and the city of Washington. The rain-swollen river made crossing difficult, but by 3 a.m. the next morning, they made it without alerting federal troops. One day later, Jeb Stuart and his cavalry rode into Rockville to a boisterous reception. Southern sympathizers in town welcomed the raiders and cheered. But other folks in town had a different take on this parade. John Higgins, a local store owner, and Judge Richard Johns Bowie, both Unionists, hid with some compatriots in the basement of Christ Episcopal Church on North Washington Street. They were hoping to elude capture by Stuart's men, who were searching the town, cutting telegraph lines, and stealing horses. Eventually, the men were discovered and taken into custody. They were held, along with other prominent Rockville Unionists, in the courthouse, which was only a block away. While in Rockville, Stuart stayed here, at the home of Charles Prettyman. During that time, a few of his men ventured as far south as Tenleytown in the pursuit of a wagon train of Union supplies. 3 days later, General Stuart moved on to Brookville. There, the prisoners were eventually released. Stuart continued on to meet General Lee at Gettysburg. Because of his stopover in Rockville, he arrived 2 days into that crucial 3-day battle. Some historians speculate that if Stuart had not lingered in Rockville, the outcome at Gettysburg might have been very different. For County Report This Week, I'm Barbara Grunbaum.
If you want to know more about this historical event, you're in luck. On Saturday, June 29th, a date of history and commemoration is planned in Rockville. Starting at 10 a.m., there will be lectures, tours, children's activities, musical offerings, and of course, a reenactment of Stuart's March into Town. For more information on this and other Heritage Days offerings, visit heritagemontgomery.org. Now let's meet our pet of the week. Let's go to Kathy Stanhope from the Humane Society. Today she brings us a female cat named Ruby. Kathy?
This is Kathy Stanhope with your Pet of the Week at the Montgomery County Humane Society. And we're here with Ruby. Ruby is a very laid-back cat. There's a lot going on here right now, and she's ignoring it all. She just likes sitting in laps, and she loves being petted. As you can see, she's a tortoiseshell cat, domestic short hair, but she has this wonderful black stripe right down the middle of her back that is just like pure silk. This is a cat that is really going to love anybody who takes her home. She's 5 years old. She was given up by her previous family because of severe allergies of one of their children. So if you don't have allergies, come on down to the shelter in Rockville off Goody Road and meet Ruby, because she's desperately looking for a home. Now remember, we always need volunteers at the shelter to do everything from walk dogs and hold cats, and we would love to give you more information about that. Give us a call at 240-773-5967 or visit Ruby and all the other animals we have on the web at mchumane.org.
With the AT&T National returning to Congressional Country Club in Bethesda from June 24th through the 30th, we would like to remind the public that many county departments and agencies have been working on arrangements and logistics to help spectators get to and from the tournament. Spectators are reminded to get informed about public parking, other public access arrangements, and adjustments on ride-on bus schedules and shuttle bus options. For more information, visit attnational.org. This week, we leave you with some sights and sounds from the 5th annual Silver Spring Blues Festival that wrapped up in downtown Silver Spring. The 5-day festivities feature a star-studded roster of great blues musicians that included some of the finest performers from the metropolitan region. If you missed it, it will be until next year. And with that, we close this edition of County Report This Week. Remember that we want to hear from you, and we invite you to join the Opinion Forum at engage.montgomerycountymd.gov. We also would like for you to like us on Facebook. Join us again at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. I'm Lorna Virgili, and thank you for watching.